Are you absolutely sick of spilling your guts to some human who just nods and charges you a fortune? What if I told you your new best friend for emotional baggage is, well, an algorithm?
Indeed. Because really, who needs actual empathy when you've got gigabytes of conversational data to work with?
Right. Today, we're ripping open the digital curtain. We're looking at how people are actually using AI, specifically ChatGPT, and not just for writing emails, but to unpack their deepest, darkest thoughts.
Quite a trend.
Yeah, we'll explore why this is even happening, how you might try to do it without completely losing your mind, and why your therapist probably isn't out of a job just yet. Welcome to the Swetlana AI podcast, episode 337, where we dive headfirst into the, let's say, most unhinged and insightful corners of the AI revolution. And hey, before we get too deep into the weirdness, do yourself a favor. Smash that like button and subscribe. You really don't want to miss our next mind-bending session, trust me.
Good advice.
Okay, let's get into it. This whole idea of AI as a therapist, this sounds pretty messed up, right?
It does raise eyebrows, definitely.
Critics are screaming about licenses risks, and look, they're not wrong, but here's the absolute kicker from what we've seen. People are already doing it, quietly, privately, confessing their crap to a chatbot. So the real question isn't, should they anymore? It's more like, how the hell are they doing it responsibly?
Well, what's fascinating here, I think, is understanding what ChatGPT is and what it really isn't. It's definitely not a licensed professional. It is not for crisis intervention.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's certainly not equipped to diagnose your deep-seated existential dread.
Okay, so what is it then?
Think of it more like an intelligent interactive mirror.
Yeah.
A conversational partner that kind of holds space. It asks some surprisingly probing questions, actually, and helps structure thoughts that might be all over the place.
An interactive mirror. I like that, but why aren't people choosing this digital mirror over, like, a person? What's the big draw?
Yeah, our sources really nailed this. It comes down to a few things. Immediate availability, it's always there, 24/7. No appointments needed.
Right, instant gratification for your emotional needs.
Sort of, yeah. And non-judgmental listening. You don't get the raised eyebrow when you admit you spent Saturday watching cat videos and crying.
We've all been there, maybe.
And structured reflection. It can actually help you organize that emotional garbage into, like, coherent themes. It's like thinking out loud, but with an annoyingly helpful guide sometimes.
Okay, so if you are going to use it, how do you actually get something useful out of it? It can't just be, like, venting into the void, can it?
No, absolutely not. This raises a really important point. It's all about intentionality. You don't just dump your feelings randomly. You need to set an intention like, okay, I want to explore why I felt so anxious after speaking with my friend.
So you give it a job.
Exactly. And you ask for questions, not answers. You can instruct it. Ask me probing questions like a cognitive behavioral therapist might. You can even get creative with roles, like act as a Jungian analyst and help me interpret this weird dream. It becomes a catalyst for self-discovery, not just a sounding board.
Okay, that makes sense. So what specific techniques actually seem to work with this thing? What are the sources saying?
They give us a few gems, actually.
Yeah.
Things like guided journaling for daily reflection, that's pretty straightforward. Or cognitive reframing to challenge those wild catastrophizing thoughts we all have sometimes.
Oh yeah, the everything is doomed spiral.
Precisely. Then there's parts work, where you kind of role play with different aspects of yourself, like your inner critic.
Talking to your inner critic via chatbot. Wow.
It's a thing. And even relationship processing, rehearsing difficult conversations, or exploring dynamics with people. Basically, it's your personal digital shrink, kind of, without the hourly fee.
But with some major caveats, I imagine.
Huge caveats. This is where responsibility really, really matters. ChatGPT should never, ever be your first stop in a crisis. Suicidal thoughts, severe trauma, that is not what this is for. It's not equipped for medical intervention, period.
Right, human help needed there.
Absolutely, and for God's sake, don't share every single identifying detail about your life. Privacy matters. And maybe most importantly, balance AI with actual human connection. If you find you're using ChatGPT just to avoid being vulnerable with real people, well, that's a sign you need to rebalance things.
That's a really critical point. Ultimately, like our sources point out, therapy is regulated for very good reasons. It involves serious human responsibility. But let's be real, humans have always found ways to process life outside formal therapy, philosophy, literature, keeping diaries.
True.
ChatGPT is maybe just the next iteration of that long tradition. It doesn't replace therapy. It might supplement it for some people. It's a new kind of mirror for the psyche, and honestly, It's already happening whether we think it should or not.
It really is.
So the next time you're feeling a bit lost, maybe consider chatting up an AI. Could be interesting. Just remember, please, it's a mirror. It's not a savior. Use it to deepen your awareness, maybe, not to escape reality entirely. And always know when to step away from the screen and actually talk to another human being, one with a pulse. All right, that's another deep dive in the books for the Swetlana AI podcast. Don't forget to like this episode if you found it thought-provoking, and definitely subscribe to the channel. And drop a comment below. We actually love hearing your crazy thoughts on all this stuff. See you next time.